he cannot even consider working with. The dynasties were people, the ones branded dynasties, were people he declared he will never work with, and he'll always be with the hustlers. But it looks like a cool 3 years into his administration, has managed to bring whoever he branded as dynasties all under the same roof. And he's quickly dropping names like Uhuru Kenyatta. I talked to my brother Uhuru Kenyatta. I talked to my brother Raila Odinga. And now I've talked to my brother Gideon Moi. These are the people he branded as dynasties. What ideology is this we're talking about?
You see, good morning to our viewers. You see, in the Muli, you know, a smart politician, you have to be dynamic. And you don't have to hold permanent views. Your views should change as dynamism changes. On the campaign platform that is 2022, you see you coin an ideology that is going to make sure on the position that you are, because you could see in 2022 all the dynasties were against the hustlers. So, but also those dynasties, they have supporters. So at the current moment, because we are going to 2027 elections and we have a country to run, if you find a way of bringing them with their supporters, why not? Why should you struggle? Mm-hmm. So we really support the president in his charm offensive to make sure that all the dynasties now are on board, and then also, and we shall still eat. You know, it is strategic. The strategy is to make your coming back as easy as possible.
And you've also used the word ideology, and that's a question. Is it really an ideology or simply some chant that you have?
You know, in the Muli, we are in Kenya, and all political parties are formed to get power. There is no any other reason as to why you are forming a political party. You are forming a political party to get to power, and any arithmetic that is going to give you power, why not exercise it? And that is it. And it is about strategy. If our strategy is working,
and really to do the ideology.
The ideology on you see us as Kenya Kwanza and broad-based, we have our agenda that we have set forth to Kenyans, and all these other friends we are bringing on board, they join our ideology. We don't join their ideology. So if there were dynasties, they have decided to join the hustlers, and we are good because our ideology, because we are the ruling class, remains constant. Okay. What changes is to bring as many friends as possible, and it is about in politics. Okay. Everywhere in the world, it's about cutting.
Yet in other jurisdictions, ideology is very clear. In places like the UK, between Labour movement and the Conservatives, there's clear ideology. Even in the US, the conservative arm of the Republican Party, vis-a-vis the Democrats, approach on everything is different.
You know, for our case, we are unique because as we do politics from the regional perspective first.
So there's no ideology?
So not ideology. There is an agenda that you have set forth that if you've become the president, you are running a government, this is the agenda you are going to execute, which we are executing.
Okay.
So in terms of now, the way Kenya is organized in terms of regional kingpins. If you can bring Raila on board, it brings the entire setup of like 40% of Kenyans who are following him. If you bring if you bring Uhuru on board, you see the only person that is remaining, and then we close the chapter, is Kalonzo, and I can tell you,
and we'll come to that. But Wakili, isn't this the biggest political con game ever? The fact that politicians talk about ideologies, but there's none that exists. It is simply the entire political class is homogeneous. They all think